that I have been a staunch supporter of Rashford, and I always will be. I will always support Marcus Rashford. I mean, you look at that right here. I mean, I have two of his jerseys. I love the guy. In 2019, started doing work and helping out child poverty over there in the UK. And then in March of 2020, during the lockdown, he teamed up with the poverty and food waste charity Fair Share to deliver meals to those in the greater Manchester area who are no longer receiving their free school meals. Like, this guy is a great dude. And he's a Manchester dude through and through. Like, this is the only team that he's ever been a part of. So it hurts when you see him not performing up to his capabilities. And you look at Marcus Rashford, and just a couple of years ago, he was on fire. You look at the 2022-2023 season, he had 17 goals, 5 assists, so 22 goal involvements overall. That was just in the Premier League. This is a guy that, has represented his country, represented England on the big stages. He has come up big in Champions League games as well. But we've seen throughout his career that at times Marcus has some dips in form. Saw it a couple of years ago when he only played in 25 games back in 21-22. He only had 4 goals and 2 assists. After the 22 goals and assists that he had in 2 seasons ago, last season, it was bad. Only 9 goal involvements, 7 goals, 2 assists, and 2 of those goals came via the penalty kick. And one of them, Bruno Fernandes, just went up to him and said, "Hey, man, you got to take this. Go up there." And he was trying to give him some confidence. So when you look at Marcus and you hear what a guy like Alan Shearer says, he's spot on. Like, I don't think he's saying anything derogatory. He's not being unfair. Rashford has not played up to his capabilities this year or last year. He's not attacking the defenders. This is a guy, when he gets the ball in the left wing, he's beelining and running right at that right back and putting a lot of pressure on them. But we just don't see that. There was a play in this last game against Brighton where he had the ball and it seemed like he was going to attack down the left wing, and he just kind of pulled up and passed the ball back. He's always whinging. He's always throwing his arms up. He looks unhappy. He's always offside. It's not really jiving right now with Marcus Rashford, and it kills me. It kills me to see that, because the talent is there. When he's firing on all cylinders, he's one of the best goal scorers. He's one of the best players in the world. But you look at the last couple of years, not getting picked for the England squad. We didn't see him in this last competition for the Euros for Gareth Southgate's squad. There's an international break coming up. He wasn't picked for the England squad there. So this is on Marcus. And I think, out of all people, Alan Shearer has earned the right to say that Marcus Rashford is not a kid anymore. He's a guy that is expected to be a leader and expected to be able to rise to the occasion and snap out of the funk. And I think, with that being said, I also think it's completely fine that Erik Ten Hag sticks up for Marcus Rashford. That's what you got to do. You got to stick up for your players. He's trying to instill that confidence. He's trying to stay with him. He knows that the potential is there. He's just trying to get it out of him. Now, he's held him accountable before. Marcus was late to a meeting. Ten Hag sat him for a half, brought him in the second half. He scored a goal and they won. But that's what happens. There's accountability there. Rashford was cool with it. He understood. Erik Ten Hag, then it wasn't a thing. They moved on. You critique Erik Ten Hag for a lot of things, but you can't criticize him for how he's handled Marcus Rashford. He's given him every opportunity to be able to snap out of this. And he's probably going to get the start on Sunday against Liverpool too, even though other people out there think that Alejandro Garnacho should start on the left with Amad Diallo on the right. I'm kind of stuck. I'm kind of caught between a rock and a hard place there, because I can see it from both sides. Marcus has had some incredible games against Liverpool. He's not afraid, but he's not as confident. He's not the Marcus that we know. And I hope he finds it, because all the talent is there. He's got all the talent in the world. And ideally, I want to see Manchester United back at the top of the table, and I want Marcus Rashford to be one of the guys to help him get there, because he's put in the time. He's been there forever. He's a red, man. He's a red. But right now he is struggling. But shout out to Erik Ten Hag, because he has his back, and he's going to ride with him until the wheels fall off, good or bad.